wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
It is so great to be here on a Thursday. Welcome to the KVJ show. What is going on, y'all? Good to see you. Happy Thursday.
Morning.
Here we go, getting this thing going. No matter how you're locking in, we got Kvj Tv up and cranking. We're on your YouTube right now. Just go to that on your flat screen TVs or on your mobile app and look for the KVJ show. And we also got that streaming going on. I can almost hear somebody making money right now as we're doing this.
It's not us.
It's not us. Somebody else is making money on this program, all just by listening. If you download the free 97.9 WRMF app and stream us live, make sure you register as well. You are working your way towards credit to win $1,000.
I love it too. And it keeps track of your listening and logs it. And then it's like frequent flyer miles. You get credit.
Yes, you do. And it's not just the $1,000 that you can win by downloading, registering, and listening, but we got tickets to the weekend. When he comes to Miami next March, you can win that this week. Next week is a South Florida staycation. We got AirPods coming up in week 3 and then a 60-inch Smart TV in week 4. So get into the habit and start streaming us live right now on the 97.9 WRMF app.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, I was happy to see this. Remember that douchey ex of Sofia Vergara's, that Nick Loeb guy?
Yeah, is that guy live in Delray? He's got some Delray connection.
He does.
Doesn't he?
He was in Delray. I don't know where he's living now because he had filed a lawsuit in Louisiana because Louisiana had the strictest laws when it came to frozen embryos, and he thought he was going to win.
Okay.
And so he wanted to take the frozen embryos that he had with Sofia Vergara, and he wanted to defrost them and bring them to life.
Right.
And they had an explicit document that they had both signed between them that said, hey, if either one of us doesn't want to do it, we won't do it. But yet he wanted to do it without her. And, he wants it for the money.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I don't like it at all. And
No.
you know who else didn't like it? A Superior Court judge that is now banning him from bringing the embryos to term without her consent.
Right.
And that's the way it should be. He shouldn't be allowed to do this on his own without her signing off because the babies are half hers too.
Absolutely,
so. Yay, judge. You guys are going to be so shocked. Alec Baldwin quit Twitter again.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. He can't stay away. He'll be back. They're always back, Virginia.
He was getting skewered because he had commented about Gillian Anderson's use of an accent while accepting a Golden Globe on Sunday. And people were like, really? You got the balls to talk about accents? Your wife. Ah!
He loves the heat. He wants the fight.
So, yes, he has quit Twitter again. I'm sure he'll be back next week, but it's just funny to me. And, coming up this Sunday, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry sit down with Oprah and do a very in-depth telling interview. They talk secrets, they talk lies, they talk details you've never heard before about what it's like to be kicked out of the royal family. I'm here for it. That is this Sunday night that airs. But here's a little teaser for you, a little meat nugget of Meghan Markle talking about no, she's not letting the palace lie on her.
Okay.
She don't care.
It's a battle.
She's like, I'm Meghan Markle, bitch. I can go make millions. I don't need you.
Yeah, I'd really like to know what is at the heart of these issues. And there's a little bit of a spin that is going on. Stuff from across the pond and then what she's going to be spewing to Oprah.
I know. They're putting out their own stuff on Sunday.
They're talking about what an awful person she is. They've got people coming forward saying that Meghan Markle is a witch. She is nasty to people. She brought people to tears. She humiliated. She bullied staff. She is a terrible person. Cruel and manipulating. Some of the quotes about Meghan Markle. That's what England's putting out.
Dang.
I mean, they're coming for her. She launched a war. They're coming.
This is going to be good. I'm here to watch both sides throw turds at each other.
You can't leave the royal family. This is like the mafia. You can't expect to leave and everything's just going to be okay.
Well, she left and she took Harry and Archie with her, and that's what's got their goat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the new baby, I guess there's a new baby going to be on the way too.
Right.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
40 million downloads strong. Check out the KVJ Show podcast, wherever you get podcasts, or at WRMF.com. Click KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
So I was talking to this guy that I played baseball with a long time ago. He lives up north, and we were just kind of catching up on some of the, some old teammates and all that. And I was asking him about.
Oh, you were getting the tea.
Yeah, just seeing how everyone's doing. I mean, we're talking plus 20 years ago.
I love a little gossip sesh.
Well, it was a gossip sesh because I was asking about this one teammate, and he goes, "Well, did you hear about blah blah blah?" I go, "No." He said he went into a real dark place mentally.
Damn.
He claims that he was eating at a restaurant and that the silverware was dirty and that the silverware caused him to get lip herpes or lip cold sore. And I'm like, really? Because he's convinced that the silverware gave him herpes. And I go, well, is that even possible? If that was possible, wouldn't we be hearing about that all the time?
I mean, I guess it is possible if somebody used that silverware and they had a sore and then they touched another person with that. I mean, it's possible.
Because we hear the stories about kids in college. They play the beer pong and then they would use the same cup and they were getting cold sores. But is any of this accurate? There's a lot of terrible information out there.
It kind of sounds like the unfaithful boyfriend who got gonorrhea from a toilet seat.
It does sound like he cheated, and his excuse was, "Oh, I got the herpes from a fork."
Yeah.
So my question to the medical community: can you legit get herpes of the lip from silverware going to a restaurant if they don't clean the glasses? That makes me always want to bring my own silverware.
Right? You walk in with a full setup, a roll up of all your utensils and your own cup.
And the reason why I don't think he got the herpes from the silverware is, again, we would be hearing these stories left and right. People would say constantly, you'd have commercials on.
I'm sure that it's happened, though.
I mean, how could you trace it?
Kids pass it from each other all the time. That's why it's a big problem with, teenagers and younger kids that share drinks or share food and share a fork like that. It definitely happens that way.
Yeah, what are the terrible things you can get from sharing silverware? I'm just going to use my hands.
You may not want to know the numbers. Living in ignorance might be a safer place for you.
Well, think about people that will wash the silverware. Everyone does either a great job, an okay job, or a terrible job. And just with stats and numbers, there's been times you've gone to a restaurant and someone's done a terrible job cleaning your silverware.
Because they don't care.
You're
They're
right,
not eating off of
you
it.
You cannot think about it.
Don't think about it, Bert.
I would like an answer, though, if anyone has that.
Well, people are texting in saying it has to be person to person, not person item, then person. It's not possible, people are saying.
Okay, so that guy...
That's not true, because I know people that have passed it to their children accidentally from a drinking cup. That is absolutely not true.
Okay.
I know a family that has dealt with this, and it's horrible. The parent passed it to the young child from a drinking cup, and they feel horrible about it.
Look, Dr. Sinicki has spoken. She's usually right about her medical facts.
Come at me, bro.
Okay.
I'll get him on the freaking phone.
Oh, believe me, if you are wrong, people are screaming at the radio, they're going to let us know.
We got so many credibility around here.
I'm telling you, I will get them on the phone and they will tell you.
Okay.
I like it. I like what I've started here.
877-979-WRMF. What's on your mind, Virginia?
So all this week, Magnolia's been home. She's been doing virtual. I guess a few of her teachers have COVID, so they're out. And then the 11th graders, she's a 10th grader. The 11th graders at her school have been doing the SAT this week. And so a few of her teachers have had to go and help out with the SAT administering. And so she was going to have to go sit like in the library or something and just check in and do busy work. And she's like, Mom, everybody's just doing virtual this week. We only have to check in on Google Meets and then we can just do what we want. And I'm like, really? Is that true? But she's a straight A kid. And so I'm not really going to question a straight A kid about school. If you're a straight A kid, you know what? I trust you. And I believe you when you tell me anything that has to do with school. You're not like me. You weren't trying to cut corners and always trying to cut class and always trying to
cut people.
cut people. So, I mean, all this week she's been home. But here's the problem. When she's home, I can't get my nap. So Monday, no nap. Tuesday, no nap. Wednesday, no nap. Here we are at Thursday, and that's an hour and a half of sleep lost every day. And I'm not making it up. There's no other place for me to get it. So I'm only getting about, 6.5 hours of sleep a night. I am struggling today.
Yeah,
I'm drinking coffee.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think positive thoughts, but man, that sleep is so important.
I was listening to a podcast, a guy that I'll be talking a little bit more when we get to a daylight saving that Joe Rogan had on. And the one thing that jumped out, stuck in my mind, was they had observed people who routinely were getting 6 or less hours of sleep right at about 6. And they noticed right at about the 6-hour mark, your DNA starts to change.
Damn.
That's how important sleep is.
You're hurting yourself on the inside.
Yes, to keeping your cells going and functional. You can actually see biological changes in your body if that's all the sleep you're getting a night.
Cell damage.
Yeah.
Oh, my DNA's all kinds of discombobulated. That's all change. It's forever changing. I never get. You talk about 6 hours of sleep. I'd pay good money for 6 hours.
Yeah, I don't know how you live. I don't know how you function because I feel like a spoiled brat over here. I'm ready to throw a temper tantrum because I haven't got much sleep.
Does that mean we got to walk on eggshells today?
No, you don't, but my children certainly do.
Okay. If you want to see that guy and his comments, his name's Matthew Walker. He's a professor and the founder and director of the Center for Human Sleep Science.
Interesting.
Yes.
We're going to have him on?
No.
Oh.
He's on the Joe Rogan podcast.
I would love to talk to that dude.
Okay.
We're going to have Joe Rogan on, Kevin?
No, why do I bring anything up?
No, you said in the beginning you wanted to talk to him. I thought. I don't know.
It's all right.
It's all right. You're going through a lot.
I'm
Mama
not
hasn't had her
sleep.
nap.
You're not getting sleep.
Your DNA's changing.
Yeah. You're not getting sleep. Yeah, you got problems. And by the way, that person that texted in, they are doubling down. They say, Virginia, I work with infectious disease. It depends upon the virus, they're saying, if you can spread the herpes one to the next.
Well, I know this family that it happened to, so I don't know what to tell you, infectious disease expert.
Can I just throw this at you? Is it possible that the family is wrong or maybe even liars?
No.
Okay, I have to ask the tough questions.
It's not. You know them.
Okay.
And they would never lie about this.
I'm not saying they're lying. Just maybe they think they were right.
No, there's no way. This is the dad had an open lip sore, drank out of a drink, and the little kid, the child under the age of 10, grabbed the same drink, drank out of it, and then 3 days later had a lip sore. And now the kid is a teenager and deals with chronic lip sores, and it's very, very upsetting for the dad and the family and the child, and they deal with it a lot, and it's very upsetting.
Dang.
Kids seem like they got a lot of contagious things. I went over to my buddy's house one time.
They're very viral.
Yeah, and his kid had something called like a hand, foot, mouth.
That's a thing
eyeball
too.
Disease.
Hand, foot, mouth disease. Yes.
And he's like, don't sit on the couch. I'm like, I don't want to step in the house.
Right? I'll be in my car.
Yeah, that's all I need to hear for me to. I'm out.
All right. Got something real easy for you if you believe in health and wellness, and I also believe in doing good things for other people. There's a recent study saying that performing random acts of kindness may improve your health. From volunteering, donating, giving genuine compliments are all great ways to be kind and in turn help yourself feel better. They're noticing that you actually get real positive benefits when you're genuinely being nice and doing awesome things.
It's so funny that you bring that up. Today at Rocco's school, you know, they've been doing Dr. Seuss Week and Reading Week. Today's Random Acts of Kindness Day.
They've been doing that. It was Compliment Day the other day, and so I really encourage for people to do that, and we shouldn't just take one day a year to do that. That should just be something that you try to work in there. And it's genuine compliments. Don't lie and tell somebody that, their hair looks great if it doesn't look great. Be honest with them.
Well, your hair looks great,
Thank
and
you.
today's going to be another compliment day.
Okay, good.
I think your hair looks great, and I think your DNA looks amazing, Virginia.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. It's
Yeah.
the Botox.
Yeah, you often think that you're just doing something for somebody else when you do those kind of things, but you're actually doing something for yourself. And they say that hugging, they believe, can help you live longer. Now, this is a tough thing in the era of COVID, but experts believe that hugging lowered levels of stress hormones such as cortisol, which can have a damaging effect on immunity. Cortisol is what tells your body to, let's store some fat in here. You would look good, plump. Let's go ahead and get you some cellulite.
I just shared something on my Insta story about hugging and how important it is.
Yeah.
Man, are you reading my mind?
I am, Virginia.
Who wants to come over here and hug me? Who wants to help the bird live a little bit longer?
I'll
Come on.
hug you.
Yeah, give him some love.
Oh,
Yeah.
he wanted Kevin. Look how disappointed. You know what? I'm not hugging you.
I remember one time me and Virginia met up for something, and for whatever reason we hugged, and then we both go, "Why did we just hug? That was awkward."
No more of that.
Do you remember that? I was like, "Why are we hugging each other?"
I think we had gone around and like other people were hugging each other, and it just felt like everybody was supposed to hug.
I hated
There
it.
was a moment.
I'm going to hug you now every time you walk in.
Bring it.
They say people who hug are less likely to get colds. It also has a positive impact on mental health. And so there's a lot of really great things to do with hugging. Now, the issue is about the COVID. 59% of people questioned said they would no longer greet others with a hug or even a handshake in the future. So that's the sad thing. It's good for you, but people, because of this pandemic, and even when it is over, and I think Fauci is now saying about another year is his latest.
Damn, Fauci.
Yeah.
I was hoping for the summer.
Nope. Fauci said he doubts life will be back to normal by March of 2022. So
Damn.
a year from now, don't even think about it. So.
Fauci canceled summer?
Yeah, well, he's canceled the whole year. Christmas,
Fall
everything
too?
else. Yeah. It's all gone.
Damn.
Bye, winter.
It's all gone, baby.
No, I
March
need
of
summer.
2022. Nope, not going to happen. Take it up with Fauci, not me.
Well, I say we have a KVJ hug contest.
What about if you just hug like your family? That's something you can work
Absolutely.
on. They live in your house, so you're exposed to them anyway. Hug them more.
I want a 45-minute hug.
You do?
Yeah.
That's cuddling at that point.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Coming up here on the KVJ show, have you ever fallen victim to the upsell?
Yes.
I got one place that I'm trying to mentally brace myself because I'm about to go to this place. And every time I do, here's the thing. I get the upsell so hard, I can't say no. And then I come home, my wife's like, would you stop buying? And it's not cheap stuff. She's like, would you quit? Like, you don't need this. This isn't doing anything.
Throw a backbone. Say no.
Right. So I'm trying to get myself, I'm practicing no's. I might just wear a shirt that says no and just keep pointing to it.
You don't have to say the words no or I'm not doing that because that's so like deep and hard. There's other things you can say, Kevin. We need to help you with your vocab.
Don't feel bad, man. This happens to me I constantly get upsold, and I walk out going, why did I just do that?
Right. So what are the things and the latest that you've been upsold on? We'll get to that on the way at the KVJ Show.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
I'm terrible on the upsell. I'm getting better, but I'm still not great. And the only thing that is making me better is I know how upset my wife gets and the questioning I'll get when I get home, which is usually more intense than the upsell itself. And there are other places and things, and I'm just kind of a sucker for it because a lot of it I don't understand, and it does sound good. You know, I have a history of especially tech stuff. You send me to a cell phone store, or somebody comes over to sell me an air conditioner, and they're like, you know, if you get this thing for an extra $1,200, you're going to do this, this, and this. I'm like, oh, yes, of course I would want that. That's life-changing, I think. You know?
You can easily be talked into it.
I have paid a lot of money for supposedly life-changing things that did nothing for me.
Life's still the same.
Life's still exactly the same. My life didn't change. I put a lot of money into it. And I had this thing, I don't know what it is, every time I go to the dentist, they get me. And I can't tell you, for 10 years, they've been hustling me on the veneers. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Kick the can down the road. I'm like, no. I'm like, that's something Hit me when I'm 60, 70, something like that. We'll talk about veneers.
Yeah, when you can't chew mashed potatoes.
Right.
Yeah, when your teeth are crumbling, then come see me.
You
Yeah.
have nice teeth. I don't know. I mean, the front of the house and your teeth look good.
They're really not cheap, and I don't know how the money breaks down.
Oh, they are ridiculously expensive. It's thousands
Right.
per tooth.
Yeah.
Like thousands per tooth.
You got a lot of
You
teeth.
could buy a condo
Yeah.
with what it will cost you.
But it's pretty much every time I'm there, I get the veneer talk. I'm like, no, I'm
They've
good.
already given me the veneer talk, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what are y'all talking about?
You have great teeth.
I know.
Yeah.
For my age, my teeth are holding up fine. I'm not getting no veneers. I'm going to ride this thing until they are literally butter teeth, melting and crumbling.
Yeah,
Lucky panda.
I don't know if this is a dentist thing, if everybody deals with it with their dentist.
It's a South Florida thing, too. You don't hear this kind of crap in Ohio or Louisiana.
The other thing too, it looks weird when you get to a certain age and you have just the most perfect, youthful looking teeth. It doesn't match the time on your face with perfect, beautiful teeth. You have to have a little bit of just
They should match. Your facial skin should match your teeth. And when you have brand new, beautiful teeth and an old ass beat up face.
Yeah, if you're 70 and you've got these 18-year-old teeth, but you have 70 face.
We see you.
Yeah, I know what's happening here.
It's all over South Florida.
It is. It is a very South Florida thing.
Yeah, so they honestly, I would say almost every time, that is where I get upsold the most. Last time I went, I couldn't believe it because I floss at least once, maybe twice, sometimes 3 times a day, brushing as much as I can. I can only brush twice because I got them, bitch ass teeth.
Yeah.
And you'll
bats.
brush all the enamel off.
Right.
He's got them bats.
Because you're a passionate brusher.
I try to gently, like I'm,
Don't brush hard. Don't brush hard.
Yeah, kind of like I'm petting a goldfish.
Which you shouldn't do.
Yeah, you shouldn't do, but I'm trying to gently do the teeth thing. I'd brush 5 times a day if I could.
Oh, I know.
So I was crushed when I went in. I had 2 cavities last time. I was like, this can't be. How can this happen?
How can this happen to me?
How can this happen to me? To me? How does this
Maybe
happen to me?
other people.
I am the Kevin Ralston.
Right. This doesn't happen to my teeth. How does this happen to me? And so they had this thing. It's a Listerine now. It's a wash. It's not just your regular. It's now cavity prevention.
Oh.
And
You want to prevent them.
I went right out. I got it. And sure enough, what is this? I got 2 cavities. I had to do it. It's great for my cavities. I'm like, she's like, they get you every time. Every time. I never leave the dentist without buying an extra product. Every single time. They're 1,000%. I started going back through the years. My wife opens a cabinet and things fall out of it of all the things that I've purchased every time I go to the dentist.
You know what? Panda does the same thing. If he goes to any place, he'll buy the pills, he'll buy the rinse, he'll buy
can't say no.
But then he'll use it for 3 days and then never use it again.
Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
I do this all the time. Anytime I go to the movie theater,
Maybe it's a dude thing.
they do. They'll go, so for an extra 75 cents, we can give you the triple large soda. And then for $1.25, we can add extra popcorn. I'm like, well,
and
yeah.
extra ice in your soda.
They get me every time. There's this cologne place I went to, and the hottest saleswoman was there. And
They know what they're
I did
doing.
not want to buy this cologne. I just didn't want to do it. She's like, for $10 extra, we can get you this cologne. I'm like, I really don't want it. She's like, I think you really want this cologne. I'm like, okay, I'll get the cologne. And I hated the cologne. Never use it. But she was hot. She kept going in on me.
I think everybody's got their own personal weakness where they just can't dodge the upsell.
Well, if you think about it, a lot of the salespeople in this building and in radio, they always hire these hot chicks and send them in
Sure.
to these male business decision makers. And you guys, I think, can be talked into a lot by a
Yeah.
female who's pretty.
Then what's my excuse with the one pizza place? They always upsell me on the garlic knots with fries. It's a deal, but for an extra $3.50, you get the knot and you get the fries.
You're a pizza slut.
I am a pizza
They
slut.
see you coming.
They see I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
You have an asterisk
Yeah.
next to your name in the computer.
You cannot avoid it. This guy will buy anything you throw at him here.
Yep.
He is the upsell guy. Somebody said, I'm the same way at the weed dispensary.
I can see that. Yeah.
I watched Jason in Portland. Oh my gosh. At the weed dispensary. dispensary. We were only going to be there for another like 26 hours. He bought enough
yeah.
weed to last
A
a
month.
regular human a
Yeah.
month.
And then I realized I had so much, and we had to get on a plane.
Yeah.
And I go, Virginia, I can't. I got to give it to the Uber driver. I tried to give it to the Uber driver. He wouldn't take it.
He thought we were
Yeah.
trying to set him up for a drug deal sting.
I had to-
He got so nervous.
I had to throw it away in an airport trash
He threw it
can.
away in the trash
man.
can.
I know.
All that money.
Oh, it hurts.
All
He
that
bought
money.
so much different stuff.
They
Yeah.
upsold me. It was a hippie from Oregon, and she was hot.
Yeah. Everybody's got their weakness.
You need to do what I do, and this is when they come at you, cry poor and say budget. Because, I mean, I'm not lying. It really is a budget issue for me.
Yeah.
I got a family, I got bills, like I have a specific budget, and I'm sorry, it's not in the budget.
You're different too. You got like an edge to you. You'll say no, be like no, and you'll get off on it.
But I try not to be like, nasty about it. But as soon as you say it's a budget issue and I don't have the money, most people will sympathize with that
Yeah.
and say, oh, okay, I get
Oh,
it.
they're good, Virginia. I'm telling you. They give you that, well, you pay a little now or pay a lot more later. Oh, fine, it's your mouth.
Best Buy tried to do that to upsell, and the guy would not let it go. I'm like, dude, I don't want that extra whatever you're trying to sell me. And 2 minutes later, so have you changed your mind? Like, no.
Yeah. They're
Stop.
good. Some of them are good. Somebody said I always get upsold at the massage spa. Okay.
Well, special ending?
Who could say
ending.
no, right?
Special ending. Is it called happy ending?
There are some things that people are really starting to buy less of. And they say that you're noticing a lot of these trends happening with the millennial generation. And a lot of it does make sense. And the pandemic's probably only going to escalate a lot of things as well. These things that were on the list feel almost like pre-pandemic things that were trending this way. Some of them aren't a big surprise. They have things like cable subscriptions. So many people have been cutting the cord. I think it's like 31% of people over
Wow.
the last couple of years have cut the cord. And so that's why you're seeing everybody. Even, when an NBC does a Peacock, they realize, okay, we got to join them. We ain't going to beat this.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that too because everything I watch is streamed from some kind of app or I don't need it anymore.
With the Paramount now getting ready to launch, everything is doing that. So it's kind of interesting because they're almost competing against themselves. But they realize that if we don't put out our own apps, which will compete against our other cable products, we're just going to be left in the dust. So they say that's one of the big ones. Some of the other things like traditional gyms, millennials are buying a lot less of. That's why you see, in fact, there was a traditional gym by my house on Village that is now a CrossFit gym. And they say that's pretty much what you're seeing instead of just racks of weights and things like that like you used to see. You're seeing the CrossFit, the Pilates, maybe a kickboxing class.
Yeah, let's knock down some of these gyms and put some more burrito joints.
There you go. That's what society needs.
I think
Yes.
it does.
No more exercise.
Yeah.
Let's eat
You know,
more.
you know what your gym can be? Earth. Go outside, run.
They're saying that cars and gas, in the last 8 years, the number of drivers age 18 to 25 was down nearly 25%.
Whoa.
Yeah, quarter. And a lot of them are blaming the rideshare apps, too. And that actually would be Gen Z, not even millennials, to put that blame on. Golf, something else that is dropping.
I told you, I don't believe golf's going to survive because I live on a golf course. And so I've been doing a little bit of a survey
Oh,
when
you
I
have?
look out
Okay.
there. I do not see a lot of young people.
They're gonna have to add aggressive animals to golf, just or something another level.
You try to tee off and a rabid beaver chases you.
Just or just if you want to get to the next hole, you have to fight somebody.
They're putting gators all over the golf courses in Florida.
Yeah, make golf more like American Gladiators, and I think you'll see the viewership go up. Am I wrong?
Doesn't seem safe.
Well, I mean, again, we're just spitballing ideas. I'm not saying we have to have animals involved, but maybe you have to jump over a fire pit to get to the ninth hole.
They say with the expectations of constant stimulation and entertainment, experiences with value and a long round of 18 holes for $100 just doesn't match what people want anymore. And it's kind of interesting to watch with the proliferation of, how many Top Golfs and Drive Shacks have popped up throughout South Florida.
Yeah, that's where the young people are going.
Well, and they're even doing smart stuff like the week of the Honda Classic. Drive Shack is doing a tournament where you can go and play. They have a virtual PGA national course, the same course they play.
It's brilliant.
They're doing a tournament. And the cool thing about it is people can come and watch you play, and they can just sit there while other TV sets are on. They got other things to watch. They're right next to the bar, and they can order food. So
You're doing it right.
When you're on hole 12, your friends aren't around you. You're just kind of out there with the quiet and by yourself. I know some people do like that, but they say that golf is one of those things going to have a hard run at trying to get the younger generations to buy into it and play at the same levels that the older generations did.
You want to get to the 10th hole? You got to duel this guy with a sword.
You have your club. He has a sword. Who's going to win?
Ooh, I don't like those odds. Weddings and diamonds.
Weddings.
Yeah, they say that today more than half the people in the millennial age group are single. It's not like what it was in the 80s. Homes, even. They say that many worry that investing in real estate is kind of like laying down anchors. Instead, they'd rather have the flexibility to be able to uproot and move.
I want to be a nomad, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, my van is my house, man. The earth is my renter.
I think that gets old, though, right?
It depends. I think that's a spirit.
It's a novelty.
That's a personality thing. There's some people that love doing that. That's not for everybody.
But eventually, don't you just want to not be on the go and have a chill environment that you control everything in?
Spoken like an old person.
Well, we're all gonna get there, bruh.
I've been talking to a ton of people who are around the age of 50, maybe a little bit older, that are getting near. I was talking to somebody last night. Wife works for the sheriff's department, and I think at like 55 she can retire. And they just want to go travel. They want to have that thing where they can pick up and take an RV or Sprinter van or whatever, and they want that flexibility. I was like, that's interesting. So it seems like they want less ties, even in an older generation, for that reason.
Interesting.
My dad talked
We're a
about
mobile society. Yeah.
My dad wants to do that. Kind of go see the world out there.
I think a lot of people want to see a lot of things before they cash out.
Just be careful when you're on the road. The road can lead to murder.
Okay. It's not a great selling point for it.
This guy watches a lot of Dateline.
You'd be terrible at an RV place.
I would.
Hey, guys, be careful.
Yeah.
These places are chock full of murder.
Have fun, though. Enjoy yourself. Relax.
I don't know if this is a millennial thing. I'd actually blame Gen X for this. Landline. 66% of millennials live in totally wireless homes, but that started 20 years ago.
Yeah.
They say cereal. According to the New York Times, 40% of millennials surveyed say they don't eat cereal because it's too inconvenient.
It's too inconvenient?
Yeah, the whole having to rinse a bowl and deal with the spoon, too much. They like to grab something and run.
Zero heart.
And part of that is regular milk. They say millennials are buying less. Milk sales have dropped 40% since 1970.
They like that almond milk.
Yeah.
I do too. The vanilla one that tastes like almost
It's
thick
ice cream.
cream.
It's like loose ice cream.
It is. Well, some of them are even better than others. You want to get the real sweet vanilla one.
Yeah, they say the almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk, oat milk, whatever it might be, is selling more. And millennials are increasingly becoming vegan. And that old, whole milk option is not what they want.
Times are changing.
They are. I just bought I just want a huge cereal run.
You did.
There's a new Cheerios out right now that the people should know about. It's like a honey, chocolate peanut butter one. It's delicious.
Honey and chocolate and peanut butter?
I might be wrong, but I know
That's
there's peanut.
busy.
There's a lot in there, but it's delicious.
I don't have the stats, but I'm very confident that more people eat their cereal without milk today than they did in the 1980s.
If you're being raised by a panda, like my husband, or if Jaybird had kids, though, I think the love of cereal can be passed down because Rocco loves his cereal with his milk and all that because his dad,
Right.
Taught it to him.
Well, what I'm seeing is just they're talking about milk sales are down, that cereal is down, it's too inconvenient, and people are on the go. But yet I'm seeing a lot of news about these cereals almost partnering up with an ice cream or, Sonic is going to be making seltzers based off of cereal flavors. So I feel like cereal still holds
in
its
the
place.
game.
But if people are on the go, you grab one of those little boxes and out the door.
I usually get stumped in the cereal aisle. I'll stay there and I'll just stare. I'll contemplate all kind of decisions, and I end up just buying 6 boxes.
Okay, yeah.
They love you.
Yeah. That's not cheap.
I upsell myself with the cereal.
He doesn't need a salesperson when it comes to food. They say that millennials are buying less business suits. It's more of a trend to go a little bit more casual. You're seeing that with a lot of the tech guys. They don't wear suits and the such. And also, you're seeing people buying less irons because fabrics usually have newer material and the kind of material that doesn't wrinkle as much.
Wrinkle-free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Like some of my dresses that now you can just like throw them in the washing machine
Right.
and put them right on, and it looks like it came from the
Who
dry
needs an
cleaner.
iron? Yeah.
I'll tell you what works. Drench it in Febreze and throw ice cubes in the dryer. For some reason, I don't know, the combination
Really?
work gets the wrinkles out.
Okay.
It's loud.
Bird's
but
tip of the day.
It is loud.
it sounds like it's hailing outside
It's not very restful.
or gunfire.
And fabric softener. They say millennials are buying less by 15% over about an 8-year span from 2007 to 2015. And a lot of them are saying, what does it really do?
Oh, it does a big difference for me. It
Does
makes
it?
everything like really, it's too crispy without the fabric softener.
And it's never. I never trusted that talking bear, that snuggle bear.
Too creepy for you, huh?
Way too creepy.
Okay, well, there
But you
go.
like Ted?
I like Ted, but Ted's a different kind of bear than the snuggle bear. I mean, way different of a bear.
Yeah, they're from different sides of the track, Virginia. Some celebrity birthdays today include somebody who's really gotten a big boost to their career over the last year. Now, she's nothing new to showbiz, but man, Catherine O'Hara, because of S-Bombs Creek, she's been winning awards, and people are really starting to recognize her comedic genius.
She's awesome, man. She's been old school awesome.
She's a legend. If you grew up watching her, you know that she's always been a
The
legend.
appreciation tour really has happened for her because she was absolutely brilliant as Moira Rose in S-Bomb's creation.
She's great at everything she does.
She has, and if you're like, who is Catherine O'Hara? She was the mom in Home Alone. She was in Beetlejuice. She has done a lot of stuff, and a lot of people say she's one of the most brilliant character and comedic actresses that we have. Jason Newsted, formerly of Metallica, lives now in Jupiter, is 58 today. He's a former bass player for that band.
And a Little Smiles supporter.
Yeah.
Did that whole concert a couple of years ago, back when we still had concerts. Did that concert for Little Smiles, did a meet and greet that all the money raised went to Little Smiles. Him and his wife, very sweet, very charitable.
He's all about the music too, man. He is a student of music.
Yes, and he put up with a lot of KVJ Nationers at the meet and greet because I was standing in the back of the room watching. I mean, they were talking his ear off about Metallica, and he was so generous.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
so kind and so awesome. Signed all the autographs. He actually ended up running the meet and greet, like telling people
Really?
how to do. Okay, this line for that. This line for that. Let's
Yeah.
do this here. Let's
Yeah.
do that. Like he knows what's up.
Very cool. Yeah, seems like a good dude. I'm glad to hear that.
Very good dude.
Okay, we got 2 truths and a lie here today. Jay Bird, Denny's and Suits are going to tell us a story, Virginia. 2 of them will be true. 1 of them is a blatant lie. Remember I gave you some of those tips on looking at the breasts, how they fluctuate.
Did you say looking at the breasts?
Because my left breast is popping.
Yep, that's it. If you want to see a liar, look at the boobies. No, breaths.
Breath. Got it.
Okay. All right, so let's hear what we got today. Let's start with Jay Bird. Your story.
You want me to go first?
Well, I don't know. I was just going in an order. You guys do whatever you want to do. I'll just sit back and relax.
Why don't you go first, Peace Train?
Yeah, I can go first if you guys want.
Yeah.
Just somebody go.
Yeah.
Why y'all trying to mess up Kevin's show again?
Because this is a game and we're trying to freak out Kevin Ralston. Is it working?
So, you know when you're a kid and you have like kind of a family name for whatever your no-no zone is? So when I was a kid, mine was like the Peeper. That's what we used to call it, right? Well, I heard that song called Jeepers
Creepy.
Creepers, Where'd You Get Those Peepers? And I brought it up to my parents saying, hey, I thought we call, the no-no zone the Peepers.
Oh, yeah.
And she goes, well, this one's the eyes, they're named after the same thing. They're the same thing. And that's just what she told me. So when I saw the movie Kindergarten Cop, they say, boys have a penis, women have a vagina. and I thought eyes and penises were the same, so I'd go up to strangers and I'd compliment them. I'd be like, "You have a lovely penis." And my parents had to correct me because I did it too many times to people.
Okay. That's a good story.
You don't see kids approaching the pedophile often.
I was like, "What a lovely penis you have, sir."
Initiating.
Thank you.
Okay, that's great.
All right, so mine's also when I was a kid. You know, when you were kids, you have your parents, you always look up to them like they're the cooler one. And I always wanted to be like them, especially when you're a younger kid. And my dad was a doctor, so I used to always like to play doctor with my stuffed animals and do stuff like that.
Hey now.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I thought it would be a great treatment for my stuffed Pikachu to use the hairdryer on it. And I put it on as hot as possible, and I put it right on the stuffed animal to the point that it burned such a hole in it, and it started smoking that it set off the smoke detector. Long story short, I got in a lot of trouble for that, and I wasn't allowed to go in the bathroom by myself for a little while.
Wow. Okay. All right. Playing
Nearly
doctor
burned down
with
the house.
Stuffed animals. All right. 2 truths and a lie. We've heard 2 stories.
Jaybird's taking a giant swig from a 2-liter of Coca-Cola.
Just kind of, we call this a disruptor. It's to, again, mess with Kevin because we're trying to trick him here. Trust me, this works. They do it in cards all the time. All right, so I have never told. The only person that knows this is Denny's and my dad. So 2 people know this story. When we were in Miami, I knew that we weren't all doing well mentally.
Are you talking about me?
No, I mean, you were the worst out of everybody. I think Kevin was just, you were stressed out with Miami. There was a lot going on there. But about a month or so before we got legit fired, our boss, Rob, came to me privately and asked me if I wanted to stay in Miami and possibly do something with a morning show they were thinking about doing with a girl named Kimmy.
Oh,
And
wow.
I declined it because I wanted to stay with you guys, but it messed with my mind. I told Denny's that. I go, this guy's trying to tear up our show, but they want me to stay. And it was very heavy to deal with, honestly.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. That's some good. That's some good dirt there.
Yes, but I never said anything.
That is some good dirt. Okay. All right, Virginia, you've heard 2 truths and 1 lie. You got to pick out the lie. Which one do you think it is?
I think Jaybird is telling a lie.
You do.
I kind of do, just because I think he would have told us that. Like, we tell each other everything.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I tell you everything. Okay, maybe our honesty is a one-way street.
I think the way that it's laid out, honestly, I think that Jaybird is telling the truth. Because I
Really?
think Kimmy is in mornings there right now, and they kind of worked around to that. Yeah, and I think that they had thought about doing that.
So who do you think's lying?
I think it's Denny's. It's a clever story, and it's funny.
The peeper penis thing?
Yeah, Suits just is, yeah.
Suits' story seems legit.
Yeah.
Child pyromaniac.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
I believe in Jaybird the most, and probably, I don't know though, Denny's is pretty, it's a long way to go, but I will go with Denny's. That seems like something he would make up for his sense of humor.
I like it. You guys don't know.
We didn't agree last week either.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm saying Jaybird's the truth, Suits truth, Denny's is the lie. That is my guess. That's my thoughts. Virginia?
Do you have insider information about the conversation that would have happened between him and Rob?
No, but it makes sense because I know all the parties. I know the situation that's currently going on there with Kimmy, coincidentally, after the DJ Laz trip is now doing the morning show there.
Yeah, because I mean, I could tell if I would have told Virginia, she would have really taken it well. She's reeling now, 5 years later.
It makes sense. Rob is a very smart businessman. He now runs the entire company that is there for radio. So he was thinking, okay, I want to kind of get that young flair, and let's pair this younger dude that's crazy and entertaining with Kimmy.
Where's the younger dude?
Keep in mind, this was 7 years ago.
I was still old back then, though.
Yeah. Okay. So which one of you is telling us a lie? Is it Denny's or is it Bird and Suits is in there running KVJ TV?
I mean,
so
it
I
could
think
be
we got
Suits
that right.
too. I
It
mean,
could
they could be tricking us big time.
Okay, where do we got to lie here?
You got to lie with Jay Bird. They
I
hated me
knew
too.
it.
They hated me too.
I knew it.
I knew all the details of that situation, and I knew if I dropped some names in the industry, I would possibly trick the Kevin Ralston, and it worked.
There's no way he would have not told us that.
I would have told you
He
that.
would have told Kevin for a whole set of reasons, and he would have told
I
me
would have absolutely-
for a
Okay.
whole different set
Got
of
me.
reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course I would have told you.
Because
Bro.
I could have seen that.
Same team, bro.
There was just so much
Yeah.
confusion during that time period. I know Virginia was a mess back then, so I threw a couple names in there
Still a
Yeah.
mess.
just to see, and it
Okay.
worked. I got him. I got him.
You got
Got
us.
Kevin.
Got
Y'all
me.
tricked Kevin 2 weeks in a row.
I'm not very good at this. That's why people lie to me all the time. I'm terrible. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, we got a KVJ draft here today. I know Suits was under fire for how he was doing it, the fact he's just going on and doing Google searches and finding the most popular, and he's not going with his heart, and somebody said that shouldn't count. But
People are trying to cancel Suits. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Oh, we've heard.
James is defending Suits. He said, listen to this guy's email about banning Suits from Google, and I had to give a rebuttal here. You look at the NFL draft or any professional sport, and they put in time, the scouts do, to researching players who they think's going to put him in the best position to win. That's exactly what Suits is doing.
Damn.
He does the research for the topic, and he makes the picks and put him in the best position to win. And I got to say, thus far he's been pretty damn successful.
He has.
So
He is
keep
the
doing
top
you,
guy.
Suits. Yeah.
I think you should do whatever you should do.
Yeah.
Just know that when you pick and cherry pick, Virginia's going to call you out. Some people are going to hate on you. But that's the game.
I think it's a solid strategy. Every now and then, when my heart leads me and I think it could not lose it for me, I try to slide one in there. But I think every time I've done that, I've lost. So I probably ought to stop doing that, actually.
Go with your heart.
Kevin's questioning everything.
After the
I know you guys
truths and
have
a
spun
lie.
me around.
He is reeling.
Everything I've known is all a lie.
Oh, Kevin.
I know.
Sorry, boo. You need a hug?
I'm good. I'll get it later. Okay, so we got to draw our cards here and figure out who's going to be picking in what order as we do our KVJ draft today for the most likable celebrities.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to put together a team of 3 really awesome and likable celebrities that people be going, oh, yes, I love all of them. Okay, I think the draft order is pretty important today because there's about 2 or 3 at the top that you really want that are going to immediately put you at the top end of this. Okay, I drew a 6. What did you get over there, Virginia?
I got a jack.
Okay. Bird?
I got a 5, and I feel good about it.
You shouldn't. You're the lowest card.
Denny's?
Ooh, I got a 3.
Oh,
Okay.
now you're the lowest.
And Suits has got what?
He has got a 10.
Oh.
Okay.
It's always me and you in the bottom, dog. I kind of like it down there.
Okay. Okay, Denny's has got the last pick. Goes Virginia, Suits, myself, Kevin, Bird, and then Denny's here in the KVJ draft. Okay, Virginia, look at you.
Look at me.
Yeah.
On top of the mountain.
Yeah, you wound up getting that top pick. So who are you going to go with the overall number 1 pick here today for the most likable celebrity?
With the overall top pick, I am taking Tom Hanks.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think he's the top. Everybody loves him.
That's not true.
That's true.
That's why it's going to be a neat little challenge to see if they are voting for Gump.
You're a liar. I spotted it.
Okay. All right, Suits, who are you going to go with here today?
I am going to take Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Suits might have just won this thing.
Damn, The Rock.
It's pretty solid. Okay.
We can hear you whispering off mic.
All right, with my pick, I'm going to go Betty White.
Oh, it's a good one, Kevin.
Okay.
It's good.
Bird?
I'm going to go with Dolly Parton. What?
Make sure you say her name wrong.
Pardoned. Dolly Parton.
He got in his head.
Kevin, I'd like to submit that he can't pick her if he
Pick
can't
somebody.
pronounce
Yeah,
her.
can't, yeah.
Don't be so hurtful, all right?
Denny's, who you going with?
So I get the next 2 picks,
Yeah,
correct?
you do.
Oh.
So I think I'm going to go with Keanu Reeves.
I figured that. Good call.
And second pick, I think I'm going to go with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He's been picked.
Oh, yes. Was that who Suits picked? I didn't have headphones, so I
That's
couldn't
who Suits
hear.
picked,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why I was asking Bird who it was.
Bird broke Denny's headphones. It was a whole off mic thing.
He's wearing mine.
I'm
so.
wearing it. I have my hat can't.
All right, so then I'm going to go, let's see, I'm going to go Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Interesting.
Solid pick. Okay, we go back to you, Bird. Most likable celebrities. Who is your second pick to go with Dolly Parton?
Team Jaybird goes with Judge Judy.
Wow.
Okay.
Who?
Judge, oh, get out of here. Very likable. You ever see her in an interview? Gosh, very worked hard her whole life. All right, stop selling it, Bird.
Okay, with my next pick, I'm going to go with somebody who's in a movie with Betty White. My first pick, I'm going to go Ryan Reynolds as my second pick.
Okay.
Okay.
Virginia does not like it. There's some tone in her.
Okay. Well, hey, we'll just see where the voting goes. She went Tom Hanks. She's putting everything on that.
I mean, Tom Hanks, step off.
Okay.
People are starting to dump Gump. I'm just saying.
Nah.
They are.
Okay.
There's a movement of hatred towards Gump.
Well, I don't disagree with the hatred for Gump, but you got to separate the man from the role.
Okay. All right, I guess we'll see. Suits. Who are you voting for here? Most likable celeb to go with The Rock.
I'm going to take a guy who's local, who, I mean, just seems like a good guy when you run into him. Adam Sandler.
Oh, very nice. Nice pick. Okay. All right, Virginia, it is back to you. You got your final 2. Who are you going with here?
I'm going to take Melissa McCarthy.
Okay.
I love her. I every interview she does, she's just so sweet and awesome. Her and her husband work together on everything, and they just seem so kind to each other. Like,
Okay.
I like her.
You are duped. They so can't stand each other behind the scenes.
And then I get to pick again, right?
Yeah, you do.
For my final pick, I'm going to beat all of you with Will Smith.
Damn.
Take that and suck it.
Okay. All righty. Suits, you've got your final pick. Who are you going to put with The Rock and Adam Sandler?
I'm going to take David Grohl.
Oh.
He called him David?
I'm going to take Mr. David
They
Grohl.
call him David Grohl.
You don't even know him if you call him
I'm trying to be
David.
respectful.
Oh, man. He totally swiped my pick. And he called him David.
Damn.
David Grohl.
Heartless champion.
Yes, David Grohl.
Man, that hurts on many different levels. Wow. Gosh, you call him David. Okay, my final pick, most likable celebrity. I'm going to go Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson. I like
Okay.
her. Yeah, she's a good pick.
I don't know. Ralston might have just lost the tournament.
Think so. Okay, I don't know. They put a lot of money behind that girl because she's likable.
He's just a hate chucker. Don't listen to him.
Hey, Chucker. How
You chucking hate.
How dare you?
To the right, to the left. All you do is chuck.
I learned it from you, you witch.
Okay, big question here. Will Jaybird pick a celebrity that is younger than an 80-year-old woman?
Damn you, you're right. I do have an older list, and I think I kept it. I put Olivia Newton-John for my third.
Okay, let's go with it.
She is so likable.
Yeah.
She's sweet. She's also Virginia's dentist.
She's not my
Oh, she's
dentist.
your dentist?
She goes.
Wait, Olivia Newton-John's your dentist? Hold on here.
definitely-
That's the biggest story today.
Not doing my dental work.
Oh, man.
How is she being a dentist?
You know what I meant? I meant she goes to her dent. I get excited when I talk.
We share the same dental expert team.
Oh, boy, okay. That's not nearly as good of a story.
No.
If Olivia Newton-John's your dentist, that's a great story.
That is.
Okay, Denny's. You got the final pick here. Most likable celebrity. Who are you going with?
I think I'm going to go with a TikTok star. I'm going to go with Derulo, Jason Derulo. People love
okay.
him.
Yeah, they do.
You love him
Is.
too, huh?
He's good. He's charismatic.
You love that? You love that Jason more than this Jason?
Oh, no, definitely not.
Just a
Okay.
needy
Just
girlfriend.
kidding with him. I treat
All
my man
right.
right.
No, you're not.
Any celebrities we didn't go with? You got a Paul Rudd. You got Jeff Goldblum, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Woody Harrelson. Some of the likable celebrities. How do you guys feel about Jennifer Lawrence?
But we don't like her, Kat.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
We're over that fake
You're over
falling
it.
act.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you can go and vote. Who do you think picked out the best team? We've got Virginia with Tom Hanks, Melissa McCarthy, and Will Smith. Suits went with The Rock, Adam Sandler, and David Grohl. I went with Betty White, Ryan Reynolds, and Kelly Clarkson. Jaybird went with Dolly Parton, Judge Judy, and Olivia Newton-John. And Denny's has got Keanu Reeves, Robert Downey Jr., and Jason Derulo.
This is the one I really want to win.
Okay,
This is the
it.
one.
This is the one. Okay.
Yeah, because Virginia don't think I have a snowball's chance in hell.
I mean, I love my dentist, but
We're going to be posting this up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. So if you would like to go there, you can go and tell us who you think drafted out the strongest team. All right, if you guys are ready to laugh, here we go. Time for another round of Producer Danny's Joke Jury. Yeah, bring the comedy.
Please.
Okay. All right, he is going to give us the jokes. We're going to give him the ruling on how good they are. All right, what you got for us today, Denny's?
All right, joke one. What Nabisco musical group rocked the 70s?
Nabisco musical group rocked the 70s? I don't know. What was it?
Oreo Speedwagon.
Oreo Speedwagon.
I love it. You know I love Nabisco jokes.
oh my gosh,
That's
that's
good stuff.
amazing.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
did.
you can just stop now.
Okay.
That's so good.
Okay.
Second joke. Why did Lady Gaga hire Chuck Norris?
I don't know. Why did she?
She needed a dog walker Texas Ranger.
Yeah, she did.
That is
Yeah. Yeah, try stealing these dogs now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done, Josh.
That's real good. That's top-notch comedy.
Let's see. Third joke. Why is yogurt so fancy?
I don't know. Why is yogurt so fancy?
Because it's cultured.
My man was in. You
Whoa.
kept it under 5 dabs this week, didn't you?
Yes,
Whoa.
yes.
Wow.
Trying to reel it back a little bit.
Okay. Wow.
Fourth joke. What did anchorman Ron Burgundy say to the pickle?
I don't know. What did he say to the pickle?
I'm kind of a big deal.
I love it.
Oh, man. You are on fire.
Oh, yeah.
One of your better rounds in a long time.
Damn, stop, drop, and roll, man.
Oh, yes. And final one here. Where did the police find the English teacher's cocaine?
I don't know. Where did they find the cocaine?
In her colon.
Oh. She's a drug mule. She swallows it. Colon, English teacher, punctuation.
Okay, it's a thing.
I'll walk you step by step, but yeah.
Smart comedy. I like the lowbrow stuff.
You know what? It's cultured. Yeah. Right? You got to watch KVJ TV. If you don't see us there, you are missing out on some amazingly cultivated outfits, including what Jaybird has got going on here today. You were saying it's kind of, Virginia said, look like you come off the TV show Gunsmoke. You've got kind of a flannel on. You've got a cowboy-looking vest. Looks like that's kind of a brown, what is that, like a leather?
Oh, yeah. This is the classy stuff.
Kind of, it's almost like a cowboy hat, but it's not. Does that have a,
I also
what kind of chapeau would that be?
Yeah, and I also have khaki shorts on, so it's looking like...
Oh, wait, let me see. I didn't get to see the bottom. I've only seen the tops. You look very cowboy in the top. Oh, okay. Yeah, you do.
I'm hunting for gators.
Yeah, so when you see the bottom, then, yeah, you then do look a little bit.
The top says Gunsmoke. The bottom says I work at Target.
The top says Gunsmoke. The bottom says pot smoke. The chat room's got some really, really good names for me, too.
Yeah.
They've got stuff like Crocodile Dundee.
Oh.
Very...
Crocodile Dundee.
Very
Come on, man. Come on.
Silly the Kid, that's kind of fun.
Silly the Kid. Okay.
Wyatt Burp. Indiana Stoned.
Those are pretty good.
Buckaroo Bird.
Those are a lot more entertaining than the comments about your hair.
Oh, the comments about my hair are just hurtful. They're just mean.
Can you give a quick look if nobody's checked out your hair here? Let's see what that looks like. No, that you have to take it out because I know you got it
Yeah,
all
well, let it flow,
manicured.
baby.
Okay. You've been growing it out since the pandemic, over a year now.
And you got the keratin treatment, which means it takes really, really curly, unmanageable hair and smooths it.
It actually, I did that a while ago, and it stays in pretty good.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It makes my hair can get dry sometimes, even with the best products.
Yeah.
So it helps with that.
You definitely, right now, if you don't know, you definitely have the hair of the bad guy from Kindergarten Cop.
I am going for,
Yeah.
we're doing the KVJ horror movie. And
Okay, yeah.
now I'm in acting role mode here.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about your character.
No, not yet.
Oh, I need to know.
Probably going to be evil.
Well, we had top 5 comments for Jaybird's outfit today. Also on social media, the top 5 most terrible comments about his hair. Here's the 5 that we have pulled out for the worst of the worst. Jaybird is starting to look like a disgruntled veteran. It's not a good look, Bird.
Damn.
A disgruntled veteran.
Is Jaybird growing out his hair so he can donate to a barn animal? Dude, it looks like he has farm animal hair.
Damn.
Ouch.
And that goat hair.
That goat hair.
Terrible comment 3. Cut your hair, Jaybird. You look like a dirty gutter rat with that awful hairstyle. It makes you and your already big chin look even more massive.
Oh, my.
Yeah, no, they go
Jeez.
into all the physical attributes.
I don't think your chin's that big.
I don't know.
So is Jason trying to look like he's 20 years older than he really is? Congrats, Bird. Mission accomplished and looking old AF. Wow.
Oh, don't act surprised. They get you too. They're worse, worse
I
with
know.
Kevin. They really.
You and Misery loves company. And number 5, that long hair of yours makes you look like you secretly do drugs in the bathroom at your job. Love you, Bird, but you look awful.
I always love I'm going to tear you down, but I love you.
Love you, but man,
But man, you look horrible.
That
you're
is-
repulsive.
You say don't read the comments, Virginia, but I got you.
Yeah, they can really dice you up, can't they?
Literally, Kevin's making you read the comments. It's now a bit.
But I will go ahead and go. Kevin gets it the worst.
Yeah, probably.
I would say the meanest. Jokes are jokes, but when you start saying my boy looks sickly,
Well, yours has comedy attached to it.
some of
Mine
them.
are just mean.
Yeah, Kevin looks sickly. Is Kevin dying? It's so. I got into a fight with this woman.
That was just flat out ugly.
Saying, I mean, that's what they're saying. It's like it's just him and his son Ken. It's like the sweetest picture.
Yeah.
Jeez, Kevin, you look terrible. Oh my gosh, are you dying? Are you sick?
Oh my
and then I'll be,
gosh.
why would you write that to somebody? Well, we love him, Bird. We're just concerned. Well, do you think someone would want to hear that they look sickly? Let's say he was dying of something.
I can't even show my son family photos.
Why are they so mean to you, Dad? I don't get it. It's so tough.
And though people say, "Oh, you're a little bitch, Bird," you're probably the ones writing the crap.
Yeah. Take that. Well, there's a lot of awful stuff on social media. I know that's not a surprise for people. There's actually a website that's dedicated to people sharing tough things that they're going through, kind of encouraging them to put a little bit of a comedic spin on it. Sometimes, you know what, Virginia, when there's a lot of pain, you just got to try to find a way to laugh, you know?
I know, that's true.
Oh yeah, that's why clowns become clowns. There's so many tears inside.
Damn.
FML is the website, F My Life. Somebody posted up today, I had a several hour-long flight, and I was put in a seat at the very back of the plane. And, of course, right before liftoff, a woman takes the biggest dump in the bathroom, and it stank the entire rest of the flight.
She's an animal.
She's an animal, and I get that things happen, but by God, what the heck?
Can we get a courtesy flush? I mean,
That's just, I don't...
you got to do something to try to keep the people sitting there from
Yeah.
smelling it.
I know.
Ah.
That's just tough. I mean, that's something you got to do that in the airport.
If you have, Pike, you can't get Lysol in through the airport. If you wanted to have like an emergency thing of Lysol, they probably wouldn't let you have that.
No,
in
you
your
can
seat.
do your own personal. I bring in a little personal
You
one.
could do poopery. That one's not an aerosol.
Does that work?
It does work.
Can you get the? I've gotten the Lysol through.
Oh, you have?
I have.
Look at you.
Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have been tased, but
I'm all about somebody tasing you at TSA.
Well, I just am a germaphobe.
They took my.
Oh my gosh, that would be the best video.
Oh, I don't understand how all that stuff works. They took my Mountain Dew away from me because you can't have liquids, but they let me have my clippers, my hair clippers, which could have easily shaven someone to death.
It's odd. Somebody else posted up today. I was helping my dad with an internet issue he was having. So he gave me his tablet to check it out and open the browser. And whoa, 8 tabs open, all of them to Pornhub.
Whoa, Dad.
You got to close your tabs.
Come on, Dad.
8?
Come on,
Well,
Dad.
he likes variety.
Somebody else said, today my girlfriend dumped me after we watched Titanic for the first time. First, I know you weren't supposed to do this, but I cried. She didn't like that. Then she asked me if I would save her or a boat of women and children first. Apparently my answer was wrong because she dumped me. What do you save? You got to say her, but...
Well, she's annoying, so I'm definitely saving the kids and mother.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, she's needy.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, today I started to cry while pleasuring myself. This isn't the first time that this has happened. What is
This
that?
might be your
What?
kink. You might have a cry kink.
Well, who would do that? I've never heard of that.
Tears equal O face.
No way. Really?
Kevin, there are so many weird things out there. Whatever you can think of, somebody on the planet is into. It may be a rarity, but there ain't nothing you can think of that hasn't gone on out there. So there's someone on this world right now humping magic shell syrup. There's someone out there that's humping magic
Right now.
Absolutely.
So when they're done, they have a hard
I stake my entire
shell
reputation
on
on
their
it.
privates?
Absolutely.
Have you ever brought magic shell in the bedroom?
With a woman?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What about with a man?
No, I thought you meant by myself. Because I know you like to ask weird questions. Magic shell, I have brought in the
Do you
bedroom.
eat dessert off yourself in the bedroom?
See, I don't. Then I cry.
Whoa. So that's how it happens.
First, he has to ice his penis, though, so it hardens up.
When you're done, you realize, oh my gosh, I'm an animal.
So that's why you cry while pleasuring yourself.
Because you can't
You
believe
just
it.
eat magic shell off your body to try to turn you on.
I
when you're
cried
all-
because
I
I made
get it.
myself a lonely Sunday.
Now
when
it
you're all
makes
hot,
sense.
when you're all hot and bothered, everything seems like a good idea. And then when it's over with, you're like, oh my gosh, I am an animal.
I'm an animal. And another comment, somebody said, today I found out I'm an uncle. Now, normally this would be great news had I not spent the last 8 years thinking I was actually the father. Oh, whoa. Got a text from an airline pilot. He said, we had a flight arrive and I walked off to do my inspection. And when I got back to the front, everybody, including the other pilot, flight attendants, everybody was off the plane. Apparently somebody had taken a dump as they were getting off, and they had to clean the plane for an hour for us to be able to go back on. It was bad.
Oh, my gosh.
That's just... I mean, if you're the one responsible for that, you live the next day in shame, right? Or is there anyone that's like high-fiving and proud?
This happened at our old radio station where someone blew out the bathroom and it flooded everywhere, and it was pretty awful. And it was, I believe it was... Well, I don't want to say in case she's still local.
It's a girl.
It was a girl, yeah.
Wow.
Was she on air?
No, but definitely was in the mix. I'm saying too much. It's going to, yeah.
That just, when we talk about call them out, unless it's a absolute emergency, please try to do that, not in an airplane bathroom.
I felt bad for her, actually, the girl I'm talking about, because it was very, I can't believe you will remember this, Virginia.
I mean, if I were living with that stigma above me, it would be tough.
That was 10 years ago. I'm still talking about
I know. I know that. I know people who talk about it for 10 years. That becomes your legacy. Like, I could do 30 years of radio flawlessly in West Palm Beach and one bad dump, and that's all I'd be known for.
You're totally
That would be my entire legacy. That'd be it. Forget about 30 years, all the philanthropy, everything else, all out the window. I took one bad dump at work, and forever I'm that guy.
The poo bandit.
That's it.
Even worse, I mean, if you did it at work, you have your colleagues, but if you were at an event where the public found out that you were
It'd
the
be
one,
over.
I mean, it's a
Forever.
stain on your record.
Well, just know, I mean, if you are a person that has stinky poo and you go at work, people are talking about you. I was talking with somebody over the weekend, and they were telling me about how at their work, there's one gross chick who was in the common area, and she farted loudly. Everybody heard it, and then she goes, "Oh, excuse me," and she runs to the bathroom, and the bathroom is kind of in the middle of the office.
Objection. Did she really run to the bathroom? That's a fact.
Yeah.
She ran to the
She
bathroom.
farted, and then she goes, "Oh, excuse me," because it was a warning call. Her body was like, "Poo's about to come."
She can't have it. Where's her poker face?
It was the warning whistle.
Was loud about the fart and then destroyed the bathroom.
Tough.
And if you do that at work, just know everybody is talking bad about you.
I kind of think if you're that brazen, you should get docked your pay a little bit for a week.
I don't think she cared.
It's a tax.
I think some people don't care that they hurt others with their
There you
stank.
go. It's a power move.
I don't want to hurt other people with my
All
poo.
right, well, please don't. Please don't.
Want more KVJ? Check out the KVJ Show podcast and After the Show podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Ready for more? The KVJ Show continues now on 97.9 WRMF.
Confession is good for the soul. Got something you want to get off your chest? Do it with us. And you can do it anonymously. Just text it in, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. I figured we would get one of these after the last conversation we just had. Somebody texted in and said, yes, I want to confess that I overflowed the upstairs bathroom at my sister-in-law's birthday party, and it leaked through the ceiling and all over the cake that she'd spent all day cooking.
Oh, man.
That's tough. That's not
Your
going to win your
poo
friends.
water got on the cake?
It's not going to win your friends at the birthday
What is this, in a
party.
movie?
It's going to be hard to find a grosser story today.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah, that one takes the cake.
Oh. You can leave now. That was just mic drop.
Have your cake and not eat it. Too.
Yes. Thank you. This confession says, I listen to 90s boy bands on YouTube because I know if I listen to them on Spotify, my friends will see and judge me.
Oh.
Okay.
Play your music. Who gives a crap? Go for it.
Got friends that judge music? Who would do such a thing?
I don't have any friends like that.
This confession says, if he wants sex, my husband has to put on the bra and panties that I was wearing. Now, this isn't a fetish, but they're just too small for him, and it's hysterical and makes me laugh.
Yeah, you're too much.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
You're making this man jump through hoops. You're
Yeah.
humiliating
Yeah,
him.
I'm gonna humiliate him just so he can get some action. I'd be like, no thanks.
I kind of feel like you're evil.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
No.
No, if he's into it and he's getting his jollies off, I get that, but you're just doing it to be mean.
Yeah, what is his face like when he's wearing your too tight undergarments? Is he happy or is he sad? If he's sad, you are mean.
Terrible. Terrible. This one says, I'm 46. I've worked in the same place since I was 19, and I'm pretty high up. I have probably made more money off of selling drugs in this workplace than I have in my salary.
I think you'll find a lot of places like that.
How about that?
I've learned from the drug shows I watch. Drugs pretty good business when it comes to money.
Interesting. They've worked there that long, never got caught, and they've made more money, they think, selling drugs to coworkers than they have from their salary.
Well, they'll tax that drug money.
And your coworkers, they need to cope with that job too.
This person said, growing up, my mother was a lovely woman, but now somehow in her 70s, she has become a moaning, bitter, self-absorbed old cow who can't find anything good to say about anyone.
Damn.
And I struggle to be in a room with her. I know this probably makes me a bad person, but
No, it doesn't.
I think that happens to older people sometimes.
Some go that way, some go the other way. There was a couple yesterday at Publix waiting to get their vaccine, and we passed by them and smiled, but, you know, you can only see our eyes, but you could tell they're smiling, we're smiling. And they were so sweet, and they were just talking to Rocco, and I was just like, oh, that's what I want to be when I get older. I don't want to be the crotchety. I want to be the sweet and lovely and talk to children and be, like, kind.
There's the sweet old person, and when you see it, it's like a kid with manners. It really jumps out at you.
It's beautiful.
And then there's the other old person that they're mad. Maybe they're in pain. I don't know. Emotional and physical.
I was just so happy for them because they were so
Yeah.
sweet and they were getting their vaccine, and I almost started crying. Every time I see an old person getting the vaccine and they're lovely, I'm in the Publix crying.
yeah, it's a ticket back to freedom for them.
Every
It's a
time.
beautiful thing.
I got to stop staying off that pharmacy aisle.
You also gotta get a nap because you
Yeah.
are a little emotional today,
I
which I
am.
get.
You're right. I'm PMSing and I haven't got sleep.
I can tell. We're on the same cycle. I can tell.
Girl.
Girl, you ain't got to tell me.
Another confession here that somebody sent in. There's a perfume that my wife sometimes wears, which she knows really turns me on. But what she doesn't know is that it actually reminds me of my ex with whom I spent a summer having sex with all over Miami's beaches.
Oh. Don't tell her.
Don't bring that up.
Ever.
That's why it's an anonymous text to a radio station.
So does he like it because of that night of pure passion?
I think nights.
It makes him think
He
of
remembers that summer of hot Miami Beach sex.
Sounds like a pretty good summer.
beach bone.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's the beach I want to go to. We're going to Bone Beach.
I heard you've already been there.
Bone Beach? Not recently.
Somebody confessed here. It says, I sit at my desk with my headphones on all day long. I never play audio. I just don't want to be bothered. And I also want my coworkers to think that I can't hear them when they secretly talk crap about me.
I did that trick with one of our old interns at Wild. Our old station. We had an intern that hated our show, and I acted like I had headphones. I wanted to hear how she was answering the phone calls, and she was talking trash about us.
Damn.
She didn't like our she intern our show. People would call in, and she would bash our show to the listeners. Yeah,
She had some issues.
Wow.
I think so.
Interesting confession. Here it says, every Friday night for the last 4 years, I've secretly thrown an egg on top of my neighbor's roof. He went up to replace the tiles last weekend and came down and said, gosh, that's weird. The mess up there is unbelievable. There's no reason I do this. I just think I need help.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying, man. There's
That's an odd-
there's sick people out there.
Weird thing. Yeah.
Or I should say weird.
Interesting look into people's lives. This text says, my mom died 4 years ago, and she had been the message for my dad's voicemail, and he refuses now to change it. And it freaks me out every time I call and hear it, so I hang up always on my dad's phone after 2 rings so that I don't hear the message, but he's too old to get it that quickly, and now we never really talk unless he calls me back.
Dang.
How about that?
There might be a way where you know when the machine picks up, you know the message is going to hit. Put it away from your ear, let it go for a second so you don't hear it, and then leave a message. There's a way you can get through this.
Yeah, you can time this.
And this confession, somebody texts in 877-979-WRMS, says, since working from home, I've pleasured myself every day to Harry Styles' music videos on most of my lunch breaks.
That watermelon sugar is hot. I get it.
And they say, and now I can't even hear Watermelon Sugar without my naughty bits throbbing. It's that psychosomatic kind of thing where it just happens. Well, this is kind of confession about people getting their vaccines maybe earlier than they should. We had kind of talked about this yesterday and got an email from Joanna. She said, I heard you guys talking yesterday about rumors of famous people like J-Lo and A-Rod quietly using their privilege and money to get the COVID vaccine early. And I just want to let you know this is absolutely happening. My mother works for a very, very, very wealthy woman. My mom drives her around and runs errands for her, and one day recently she had to take her to an appointment on Palm Beach Island. She did not tell my mom the name of the place. All I know is that it is a doctor's office somewhere there on the island, and it does not discriminate against age. My mom and her boss walked into the waiting area of the office, and it was filled with only wealthy people, young, old, healthy, unhealthy. As long as you had the money, and a lot of it, you could get the vaccine at this place.
Damn. You knew this was happening, but I just hadn't heard any firsthand witness of it.
Interesting. Well, it'll be interesting to see what does happen with people getting the vaccine. Looks like by the end of May, pretty much anybody could and should. I know every day they're kind of saying, okay, if you're under this age at this time, you can get the vaccine. But it sounds like, you know, if you're trying to make that decision, then that would be when to do it. And certain places, this to me is what is most curious is, will the vaccine be required to do a lot of things you'd like to do in society? In New York State, they are testing a new COVID passport.
Oh, I told you.
Yeah, which will show if somebody got the vaccine. And it has a secure QR code, which the venue then scans to confirm an individual's vaccination or recent negative coronavirus test. So I guess you could have the option. You'd have to keep testing if you wanted access to concerts, cruises, clubs, probably about anywhere you want to go.
What do you think about a vaccination VIP area? Like, okay, say it's going to be at some place like a concert venue, and it's a special, awesome, upfront, cool area that only the vaccinated people can be in.
Sounds kind of have or have nots. Kind of sounds like it's going to tear people apart. Terrible idea. I'm selling.
You're selling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get into a hairy little world when you start saying you can come in and you can't come in with vaccinations and paper. Have fun being the bouncer at that door.
Mm-hmm. That's where I'm just curious because I've talked to some people who are very strongly against getting it, and I've seen the latest survey was, I think, a 1/3 at least of the population is like, I'm not going to do it. And so, yeah, when they start getting discriminated against because they're kind of like the outsider in society, where they can't go places because they don't have a vaccination.
Well, people are getting mad at legit mad at somebody who says they don't want to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even, it's like everything else. You can't talk about it because it's so polarizing.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that's a person's right and choice. I mean, if you don't want it, I don't understand. But, I mean, I also want you to be able to have free will and do what you want. I'm getting it as soon as they'll let me, but that's me. I also have my own free choice.
Yeah, that's why I think it will be interesting as a social experiment. What will happen if you do start having the venues saying that, hey, if you want to do anything, you got to have that vaccination, and we have got the COVID passport. Got to have the results on your phone or you're not coming in.
Interesting.
You're not going to the VIP.
We were talking about our Tom Cruise cruise yesterday on the podcast. Virginia was saying, "Yeah, we'll just have someone at the front. If you're not vaccinated, you don't get on." I'm like, what?
To me, it sounded like a great idea because I want the vaccine.
You're gonna get some people from Port St. Lucie pre-gaming, and then they're gonna get there to the boat and be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
They will bring a pirate ship and sink us.
You're right, with cannons and everything.
They will declare war by the shore.
And they'll win.
they will win.
Because we won't see it coming.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
You see one of Elon Musk's rockets blew up yesterday?
What? He's not perfect?
No. He had one of these test flights at his facility in South Texas.
Was there any people on it?
No, I think they're just kind of like testing this prototype spacecraft that's eventually supposed to venture all the way to Mars.
Okay.
So luckily they're not confident yet about putting people on it, but several minutes after a clean launch and return trip to Earth, the rocket exploded. A lot of people didn't see it because a lot of the streams had actually cut out. They're like, oh, cool, all right, he's getting there. No explosion. And then they cut off and boom. Apparently it did not stay together.
Oh, it exploded.
Yeah, they haven't said what caused the blast yet. So I guess that's why you do test runs, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, the aliens are already getting themselves here, or at least dressing as aliens. Apparently, this is the new racket of a porch pirate in Jacksonville. They dress as an alien and steal packages.
I had an actual alien walk up to my door and take my package. We have had a lot of theft and car break-ins, door pullers through the area, just trying to go through people's stuff. Like, okay, what's happening next? What are they going to try and do next?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had to get something stolen from me, I wouldn't mind if it was an alien. I think it kind of lessens the blow.
You're going to let an alien take your stuff just because it's cool story?
I wouldn't love it, but that's better than just some Joe Schmo stealing it.
At least put some effort into it.
Yeah, like an
Maybe
alien.
something entertaining.
Alien stole my box of thingies. Or
Okay.
whatever my box is. Whatever they steal.
Yeah. Okay.
It's adult toys.
When I said box of thingies, it does sound dirty.
It's butt plugs.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Get
It
out of
definitely is.
That's why they're stealing it.
You don't know my life. Get out of
Every
here.
color, every shape, every
I
size.
have a rainbow array of butt plugs.
Well, apparently some music is causing some problems. There's a 53-year-old woman in Clearwater that's facing charges after she freaked out and shoved her roommate through a tiki bar.
You can't do that?
All because she wouldn't stop playing Chic's 1978 disco hit, La Freak. Freak out.
She freaked out.
And she freaked out. They're playing it on a loop, and she apparently lost her mind.
That's
I
amazing.
get it. If there's a terrible song you hate, it's on loop. It can drive a man mad.
Freak out, and you're telling her what to do. Yeah, that's what happens. An interesting one here about apparently a guy got fined $3,800 for torturing his neighbors by singing ABBA loudly and terribly.
Oh, boy.
That's what they say. This is an interesting crime. Yeah, he apparently loves doing the karaoke, mainly ABBA songs.
I've messed up the entire segment.
not ABBA.
It's my fault. I'd like to make a KVJ retraction again.
Punish, punish, punish,
Butt
punish.
plugs, butt plugs, butt plugs.
I think you know what happens next.
Where do they go?
We got
Virginia?
Denny's in an alien suit. He's going to come in here.
Well, funny enough, in this studio right now, we have an alien suit and we have butt plugs.
We're always prepared.
Denny's, you got to plug your boy.
Now, there's a really troubling story in Lee County, Florida, of a naked man who broke into his neighbor's home as her 2 kids, niece and nephews, were inside.
Oh, boy.
He started tapping on her door to come inside, and he's naked. She said she asked him if he needed help, and he just stared at her. 30 minutes later, she then looks outside and sees him jumping on her trampoline, still naked. And he's touching himself.
Oh, boy.
She calls 911, as you should do. Then he quickly ran up to the door and banged on it for her to let him inside.
Horrifying.
She's like, no thanks. So he smashed the window in her kitchen. So the neighbor gathers up all 4 kids, brings them outside to try to get away from this guy because he's trying to get in the house. They call 911 again. Police had to actually pin the man down when they arrested him.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know. Maybe he might have been on something, but how terrifying is that?
It's tough to tackle a man that's got a bone piece, too. You don't want to do that.
It's a weapon.
It
Well,
is.
yeah.
It's a third arm.
Send the rookie in.
You're going to need goggles. There's a man that got arrested after pulling out a package of dank gummies while searching for his IED for deputies in Bonita Springs.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently he had nearly hit a gas pump at a station, and the police found him there, and he had said that he called AAA because his car wasn't starting, and they looked at the guy, and they're like, I think this guy might be high. Now, there's no key in the ignition, but he started digging around. He's like, I think I got my license here somewhere. He pulls out dank gummies. They're like, yeah, it's not it. He then pulled out a medicated nerds rope.
Oh, yeah.
Weed candy.
Yes.
They're like, yeah, do you happen to have a card for that? He couldn't produce it, but he was able to pull out another plastic bag of cocaine.
Oh, boy. Okay, well,
My man was trying to escape.
it counterbalances the pot.
So it just kept getting better and better.
What else did he
And
pull
then
out?
he's like a drug magician. And look at this. And look at this. A 24-year-old Sarasota man sped through a barricaded crash scene at about 100 miles an hour and nearly hit 6 deputies. Guy's driving a BMW, and he was only wearing 1-sock boxers and an undershirt.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So they took a little look at this cat, and yeah, they got him with cocaine, a rolled-up dollar bill, a marijuana grinder, a hash oil vaporizer. I mean, this guy's just as impressive as Nerd Rope Guy with cocaine. I mean, what the heck? Come on, Florida.
Nerd Rope Guy was just trying to have a party, and that thing got shut down.
Yeah. Police in Nevada got into a chase last week with a drunk driver going 100 miles an hour. And his added little trick, he was driving 100 miles an hour with his airbags already deployed.
Wow. How do you see?
I don't know. That's amazing, isn't it? He crashed into a wall first. That deployed the airbags, and he took off at 100 miles an hour.
Oh, my God.
He had a 0.4 blood alcohol limit. That's 5 times the legal limit.
Dang.
How about that, huh? Come on, man. Good news, I guess. They say that Super Bowl 55 in Tampa was not a super spreader event, according to health officials. They determined that throughout all the events that they had, they only had 57 total coronavirus cases. Probably most of those were during the Buccaneers boat parade. Yeah, they said compared to the thousands of fans that came in for the game, 57 is a pretty good number, so it doesn't meet the quality of a super spreader event. That's kind of cool.
That's good.
They say that China has now made rectal COVID swabs mandatory for anybody coming in from a foreign country. Well, that'll cut down on tourism.
Whoa!
Or will
Or-
your freaky tourists be like, we're going to China?
Here, with 3 months we're spending in China.
We're just going
Jaybirds
to
gonna be
leave
in
the
Beijing
country.
tomorrow.
We're going to go back in. We're going to leave. We're going to go back in.
Right.
But how does that work if you don't want to? I guess if you don't want to do that, you're not going to China.
You're not going to China.
Why is that the only way? Is that the most accurate?
It's the hard way.
I think it's the most accurate.
How bad
because
do you want it?
where do those drug dogs go when they want to smell if you have COVID? They go to your butt.
They go to
They don't go to your mouth. They don't go to your nose where the swabs have been going. They go to your butt.
They go to the P or the B.
I don't think they're going to the P. They go to the B.
I don't know. The dogs that I've seen, they go to the P and the B.
The video I saw out by the Heat Arena, they were all about the butt.
Yeah. Okay. And finally here, North Carolina's next wave of people eligible for the COVID vaccine includes anyone who's smoked at least 100 cigarettes in their lifetime.
People are all mad about this, too.
So apparently you can quickly knock out 100 heaters and you make the cut? I mean,
It
what?
doesn't make any sense.
In the era of COVID, again, another story that makes no sense. I got some random questions for you. What TV show or movie raises red flags for you when somebody says they love it?
Anything with a talking animal.
Okay.
I'm like,
Yeah, not going to feel it? Okay. I think that one of the best ways to kind of get an idea of where somebody is set is some of the reality TV shows that are out there. You know, for me, when I hear, I love The Bachelor. Yeah, I already kind of know a little bit about you.
I get suspect when Virginia says, I like this show, Kat. It's great. I'm like, oh, put that on the do not watch list.
Okay, you're not buying into that, huh?
We don't match up on a lot of programming.
Although
Okay.
I will give your suggestions a try.
There are some really weird, dark, twisted movies that when somebody says that, oh, yeah, I really like that, was that Centipede or some movie like that?
Oh, there's one, yeah.
There's a couple that are real like, okay, all right.
But what if they like twist endings and they like freaky stuff? You look at them kind of...
This movie that I'm thinking about in particular, there's a few that...
I know what the
it's-
movie you speak of, and it's
yeah,
out there.
Yeah, it is. I'd be like, okay, that may not be the person for me. We may not match up. Any other suggestions on TV shows or movies? It would be a red flag when somebody says they love it. Who would you say is the most annoying fictional character of all time?
Jar Jar Binks is up there for me.
That's true.
I mean, just pitiful.
Yeah, that ruined that movie.
Ruin
There's
almost
been some.
borderline the franchise for some people.
Yeah, there are some. That's going to be one of the top.
Eeyore's
answers ever.
no picnic.
Never liked Eeyore. Thought I just really brought the whole vibe down. And
Unnecessary.
by the way, Piglet ain't no party animal either. And what the hell, Snuffleupagus? You're living on one of the best streets ever. Mm-hmm. Why so down?
I love the Rocky franchise, and I could not stand his brother-in-law, Paulie.
Ugh, me
I thought he was
neither.
very unnecessary.
Annoying,
I wish he wasn't in there.
depressing.
It would have made it better. That's the kind of person we're looking for.
He's the Eeyore of Rocky, Virginia.
Okay.
On the flip side, what fictional character would you like to date?
To date?
To date. Yes.
Oh,
A fictional character that you would like to date. Somebody maybe that's hot, funny, really cool.
Panda has sold to me the concept of Iron Man or Batman because they have cool stuff and they're like awesome.
and you're all about material possessions. Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
works. It
yeah.
totally works.
Yeah.
For dating them?
For her,
For me, dating either one of those guys would be awesome.
it's fancy stuff.
Iron Man I could get. He was kind of cool. I mean, you'd have to get him when he got into his, more monogamous years. Because early on, he'd do you wrong. He'd cheat on you, Virginia. I know how you feel about that. And you can't hide in the bushes on Iron Man.
I guess I don't know him as a person.
Can I do a TV show?
Yeah, you can. It's in its fictional character.
Can I get an amen for Topanga? Boy Meets World.
Okay.
Amen, Bird. Good choice.
Did you see Punky Brewster is going to be doing a revival
It's
of her
already out.
show?
It's out there.
She looks adorable.
I love Punky Brewster. I had the biggest crush on her growing up. I have a crush on her as an adult. I
Yeah.
love the theme song. I'm all about the Punky Brewster.
Okay.
Punky Brewster's my pick.
And what is your favorite serious role that was played by a comedic actor? A comedic actor.
Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting.
It's hard to argue against that being the top.
You've got a few that are good. Jim Carrey and Man in the Moon, which is, he does an outstanding job. In fact, Jim Carrey's got a few where he's serious. Adam Sandler, I like when he does. He was in a movie called Punch Drunk Love, and I love that movie.
Okay.
He's got some emotional, mental issues.
You did that Uncut Gems not too long ago?
Couldn't stand it.
I hated
hated that one.
Uncut Gems. That
You
was
did,
I
really?
couldn't watch it.
Wanted to love it.
I turned it off.
I turned it off too. I heard so much hype about that movie, and I watch it and go, "What the hell is this?"
I guess I just didn't get it because the critics loved it, and I was like, "This is a turd."
Yeah.
I'm with the witch on this.
Okay. There you go. Some good suggestions there. So thank you very much. You can always give your feedback here at the KVJ Show, and you can also email us too when you got birthdays. I did the celebrity ones earlier, but not the personal ones. So we got to say happy 9th birthday to Tanner Pinkerton from Mom Eva and Dad Donnie and Brother Tucker. A lot of love for you, bud. Also, happy double-digit 10th birthday to our beautiful daughter Preston from Dad, Mom, Brandon, and Cameron.
Double digits.
Got a 40th birthday shout-out. Damn sad, I know, but oh well. I'll give myself something to look forward to.
Aw.
Act all surprised when I hear it.
It's adorable.
It's from Carlos. Been listening since I was 18. Wow.
Dang,
There you go.
Carlos. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Also, my perfect husband Bill's 58th birthday today. Listen to the show every morning. I'd love to hear his name during the birthday. So there you go. It's fun for everybody of any age. Want to hear your birthdays? We usually do them around 7:10. Mail at kvjshow.com. We'll get them for you. MAIL at kvjshow.com. Coming up here, we've got the results of the KVJ draft. We're doing the most likable celebrity. So if you want to get your last minute votes in, you can do that at our Facebook page.
My list brought a bunch of unlikable comments.
Yes. You weren't a big fan of your picks, huh?
No.
Okay. And coming up here in just a couple of minutes, too, have you ever been out in public and somebody you don't know comes up and asks you for something kind of weird? What is the weirdest thing somebody has asked you for when you've been out? Some interesting comments from social media and your text on the way next.
More KVJ next on 97.9 WRMF.
There's nobody on this show that has more random things happen with strange people in public than Jaybird. So I know this has happened to him before where a stranger you don't know comes up to you and asks you for something that's completely weird and you're like, wait, why would you even think you'd ask me for that? I don't even know who you are.
He's a magnet.
Yeah,
It's
he
like
is.
something in the universe that draws them to him.
Yeah, just right over to him. So we asked the question on our social media, what is the weirdest thing that somebody has asked you for? Also got some texts in here too. And it seems like people ask for some weird random sexual stuff. Somebody said that I got asked by a couple at a Taco Bell for a threesome.
What?
Whoa.
So brazen. For the dining room?
That's what we call it, a taco supreme right
Is
there.
that what it is? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And somebody else said a stranger approached me last weekend and asked for a condom. Super weird.
I had someone back in the day, I was in the Winn-Dixie parking lot, and someone asked me if I had Pampers. I'm like, nope, don't got Pampers.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, if you are around the West Palm Beach 45th Street area,
Yeah.
you will, if you stay in a parking lot long enough, you're going to have some bizarre stuff happen.
Somebody's going to ask you something weird.
Always. You know what? I've been in so many parking lots and gardens, nothing weird has happened.
Really? Yeah. It's all right here around this area.
45th Street,
Yeah.
dog.
Jenny said, I was at a St. Patrick's Day party at a bar a few years ago, and a woman in the bathroom asked me if I happened to have an extra pair of underwear in my purse. She was hammered, and she said that she had peed her pants and was basically camped out in the bathroom until it either dried or until somebody gave her an extra pair of underwear.
Oh my God.
Do women usually have an extra pair, an emergency pair?
If I do, I'm not sharing. I mean, I usually don't. Sometimes I do if I know that you're going to be doing something with physical comedy because it makes me laugh, and then sometimes a little
She's going to
tiny
wet her
bit.
pants.
But I
She's
mean,
going to spritz, she calls it.
it's a rare thing that I would have extra, and if I did, that's kind of gross that somebody else wants to wear them. You don't know.
Well, I think at that point, you're not getting those panties back. And,
you don't want them back.
But desperate times, dog, require desperate measures.
Kate said, I was in the bathroom at a bar on South Beach when the woman in the next stall asked me for cocaine.
For free?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to pay to play, honey.
Yeah. Kate said, I'm a cop. She was arrested.
Oh.
She arrested him?
Damn. That turned quick.
Yeah, how does that work? Let's say Virginia wants cocaine from me, but I'm an undercover cop. We're at the club. She's like, hey, boo, you got some cane? I'm like, yeah, I got some cane right here. Put your hands behind your back, Sinicky. We've been stinging you. We've been watching you.
Okay.
Does she go to...
Can you do that without there actually being cocaine involved?
And if you are off duty and that happens, let's say I was off duty at the club and Virginia's asked me for cocaine, can an off-duty cop arrest somebody for a crime if they're off duty?
I think they can. Still cop.
Yeah. Are you a radio guy at midnight? Yeah, you are. Okay, that's dumb. That's dumb. I get worse as the show goes on.
So you can sit up in bed and do a live commercial? Yes.
I'm just asking these questions. I ain't got the answers.
Honey, go back to bed. You're doing a Wellington anti-aging ad again.
Please go back to bed.
Please.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh, Virginia, you're doing the dirt of the day again. No.
A lot of sexual stuff people were texting in. Somebody said, I've been approached twice about doing porn randomly on the street. Once by my brother's house in Orlando and one time in Pompano Beach. I think the guy might have just been trying to take a little look at my dingle. Interesting.
Dingle?
Nah, that's another word for you know what.
I'm Googling it.
Dingle?
I've never...
That's penis.
That's what I thought, too.
We'll cut to the chase, yeah.
All right.
No need to Google.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was a woman that it's... All right. Not been my best segment.
Somebody else said I was surveying a property and a woman gave me an indecent proposal. $5 for you-know-what. I was shocked, and I can't lie. I actually thought about it for a second, but no.
$5.
For I don't know. There's several things you can get for $5. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Charades.
Yeah. Got it?
I got it.
Yeah.
$5. I mean,
$5 seems like a bargain.
that's some Walmart rolling back prices right there.
That is. Somebody texted in and said, cops are never completely off duty. Interesting.
Oh. What a tough life.
It is a tough life. I can see how you could get in some legal problems too, though. If you are a cop off duty and something happens and you get yourself involved and then...
You are kind of committing a crime yourself.
That's what I wonder.
Yeah, I would imagine you've got standards that you have to maintain and you would get in serious trouble, possibly fired, should you break those standards. Only seems right.
I know I tanked the bit, but I learned a lot.
It's always a good trade-off, right?
Learned a lot, absorbed nothing.
Yes. Jaybird, you ordered a ton of food, but you didn't get it. What the heck happened, man? That'd be very discouraging to be all excited, place a big food delivery order, and then nothing shows up.
I know.
What did you order?
I want to see what you guys. I want to see if you guys can guess what I ordered. I want to see how well you know me.
You ordered a bunch of food.
I did. I did not get it
on a Wednesday.
What happened? It was in the afternoon. It was after I actually had a meeting with the Kevin Ralston.
You didn't update your address on one of the apps.
Yep. And someone got $60 worth of...
Again?
Yeah.
You did this with Tex-Mex a couple months ago.
I did it with Tex-Mex again.
Damn.
I know. It's a weird thing. I know. What do you do?
I don't know what to tell you, Gunsmoke. Tex-Mex may not be your thing.
Bang, bang.
Yeah. He looks like he should get Tex-Mex.
I know. I love Tex-Mex.
You imagine you're delivering Tex-Mex, you open the door, and you get this guy?
Howdy.
Well,
like, boy, this guy really lives it, doesn't he?
He's very on brand.
He always dresses like the food he orders.
I don't hate that at all.
I dare you.
I actually have outfits for every... I've got a pizza outfit. I've got a Tex-Mex outfit. What else do I eat?
Italian.
I got it all, baby.
Today's era, though, you can't order Chinese.
You can't do it.
You'll get in
Cultural
trouble.
appropriation.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was going to even ask a question, but I'm afraid if I even ask the question...
You're insensitive.
Come on,
I'm gonna be...
get in trouble. Come on, get in trouble.
Cancel him.
Yeah,
Come on.
Cancel him
I want
now.
to cancel the bird today.
Oh, I mean, I have Asian outfits.
You can't wear
Just
them.
I have geese. I can't wear geese anymore.
Nope, not when you're ordering Chinese food.
Get out of here. Get out of here. I think we all should celebrate each other. And if you want to cancel me for that, cancel my ass.
I know. I love the Asian culture. I've got nothing but massive respect. I've gone on record saying I wish I was Asian. Like, I would love to dress up as a geisha, but I don't want to be canceled.
I'm not one of those people. Like, the way I look at it, if you have celebration in your heart and you're celebrating that culture, I think none of it's off limits. I think people who are trying to tell you you can't wear this or wear that, I think it's silly. I'm trying to get canceled. Kevin asked me to try to get canceled. I'm trying.
Trying to get canceled today.
What's silly?
Today is a national holiday.
It is?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean,
Why didn't we take the day?
Well, I'm surprised Bird didn't. It's a big day, and he hasn't said anything about it. We're getting towards the end of the show.
What day is it?
Bird, today is what?
National Pancake Lovers Day.
You forgot.
Wait, what?
Did you guys talk about this in your meeting yesterday and you forgot?
No. I'm putting him on the spot. I just thought he would know it.
He should know it.
Yeah. I really was surprised. I figured that I would get a message about it being this day, and I was like, hey, it's definitely going to come up at some point. He's got to mention it, and then I just got nothing.
Did I blow it? Should I take this one home with me?
Let's cancel him.
I don't know. You tell me. Today is National Snack Day. Do you like snacks or no? I don't know. Maybe you don't.
Is Fat Kevin being sassy? No,
Yeah.
that's not Fat Kevin. Fat Kevin would never be sassy. Fat Kevin is
That's the diet pansy.
That's the diet pansy right there. Yeah. Fat Kevin would support me.
This guy forgot National Snack Day? Does that seem odd to you, Virginia?
Blasphemy.
What?
I got a lot on my mind. I just ordered $60 for the Tex-Mex and sent it to my old house.
And you whipped on National Snack Day? Man.
I think my ponytail's tied too tight.
I thought, didn't you just put out a blog about top 5 road trip snacks?
But the thing about all that is every day is snack day for me.
Okay, so you don't celebrate on National Snack Day?
No, you're not going to get off the hook with that.
Well, I'm embarrassed.
Kind of like a Romeo that doesn't celebrate Valentine's Day because every day's for love.
Look, I'm embarrassed. I feel like I make my second KVJ retraction statement of the show.
I'm embarrassed for you.
I have to do a Chris Harrison type apology. I am sorry, Kevin.
Okay.
I did not mean it.
It sounds sincere. At
Okay,
least.
good.
Okay.
Cancel him.
One of us going to get canceled. It's going to happen.
It's coming today.
Oh, it's happening.
It's coming today.
One of these days, it's going to happen, and we know who it's going to be.
Yeah.
It rhymes with Sminja.
All right, who won today's KVJ draft? We were drafting out the most likable celebrities. Virginia went with Tom Hanks, Melissa McCarthy, and Will Smith as her 3 picks. That is her likable celebrity team. Suits has got The Rock, Adam Sandler, and David Grohl, he said.
David Grohl. Just throw his middle name in there to really
what
sound
upset me was he had the pick right before me, and I'm going to go clearly Dave Grohl. And instead, I wind up with Kelly Clarkson.
Suits knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
By the way, he's eyeballing your chair. He wants to be the host.
Yeah, I
Look
know.
out, Ross. Watch your back.
Trust me, I pump my brakes every day.
Watch.
I'm waiting to.
Watch your back, Ralston.
Yeah. Something happens to me. You know what happened.
Your suit's going to cut Ralston's brakes.
Yeah. So I got Betty White, Ryan Reynolds, Kelly Clarkson on my likable celebrity team.
Yeah, I think Kevin had a good list. I think it falls off with Kelly Clarkson.
It does. Imagine if I could have had David Grohl there instead. How great that team would have been. Yeah, Suits just one right before me. I was so upset. Bird's got Dolly Parton, Judge Judy, Olivia Newton-John.
Boom. Strong women.
Okay.
Virginia.
Denny's has got Keanu Reeves, Robert Downey Jr., and Jason Derulo. Who's the big winner and our biggest loser? We'll find out next.
The KVJ Show will be right back. 97.9 WRMF.
Today on the KVJ Draft, we were drafting out the most likable celebrities. Virginia got Tom Hanks, Melissa McCarthy, and Will Smith. Suits picked The Rock, Adam Sandler, and David Grohl, he said, from the Foo Fighters. A guy who last week he didn't know was the drummer of Nirvana, too. Also, I got Betty White, Ryan Reynolds, Kelly Clarkson on my team. Berg got Dolly Parton, Judge Judy, and Olivia Newton-John. And Denny's went Keanu Reeves, Robert Downey Jr., and Jason Derulo.
finish last.
People-
That's all I care about.
People were saying you guys left a few, like no Matthew McConaughey. What?
Oh, he is likable.
Jennifer Aniston. No. Chris Pratt kind of stumbled last couple of years. He had some issues. Denzel Washington, those were a few that did not make the cut.
D-Wash is very. If you've ever seen him in an interview, he's very good.
Hey, I'm very, you know what, he's very matter of fact. I think some of the other ones like, hey, look at me, I'm nice, and Denzel's just Denzel. I really love Denzel Washington.
Don't ask him a stupid question because
No,
he will
exactly.
give you an answer you may not like, but
And
it's good.
If I could hang with a celebrity, Denzel would be right at the top of my list.
Don't be in a club in the VIP room, though, when he's there in the early 2000s in South Beach, because he will have you removed for dancing inappropriately.
Well, you should have. D-Wash, you can't just roll up to a Denzel Washington.
I wasn't even rolling up to him. I was just all over the place, and he had me kicked out.
I mean, that's almost it's the same as me when I rolled up to Tom Cruise like that. You can't just roll up to people like that.
Who would you guys finish in last place today? Yeah, take a stab at it.
Just don't let it be me. Just don't let it be me.
Last place, Bird.
Damn it.
Damn it, Bird. What the hell?
I wanted to win with a crappy list, or at least not being last. And experiment failed.
Yeah.
Did not. Although I stand by my picks, they're all very lovely ladies.
Dolly Parton is amazing. I would definitely put her up there.
I'm going Judge Judy because I've seen her in interviews,
Okay.
and she's very likable.
You like that Judge Judy booty.
I'm not denying that either.
Olivia Newton-John, a very topical choice.
Dude, what? You want me to change? I like old stuff.
Oh, Dickie Rance came for you.
I know, he's got this fancy jacket on today, and he thinks he owns the place.
Well, he kind of looks like he does.
Denny's was next to last.
Oh.
How about that? I don't know what did not work for him there, but something didn't.
It's a little obscure.
Okay. All right. Then in third place, wow, Suits.
Oh,
With The
look
Rock,
at
Adam
this.
Sandler, and Dave Grohl. I'm surprised by that. I thought he might have a run for the championship today.
Are me and you battling it for first place?
It is. Okay, let's see. Virginia's got Tom Hanks, Melissa McCarthy, and Will Smith. I got Betty White, Ryan Reynolds, and Kelly Clarkson.
Come on, Kevin. Come on, beat the witch. You got this.
Winner is me.
Oh,
Dang.
the witch goes down.
By
Still beat you.
Yeah, by a lot.
I'm the worst.
How about that? Okay.
By a lot?
Yeah.
By how much?
3 times the amount of votes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Betty White got it for you.
I Betty White. Betty White was big. Ryan Reynolds, I think, is more popular than you might think.
Oh, he's massively popular.
Yeah, and likable. And I think the Tom Hanks is questionably there. I think the Melissa McCarthy, though she's awesome, I don't know that a lot of people see as much as you see about it, Virginia.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
so.
no, Virginia made some mistakes.
Kicked your ass.
I mean, big time. That's what you do. When you lose so bad, you lash out.
I would have gone with Keanu Reeves had he been there. Denny's gobbled him up. He's typically
Well,
one of the most likable.
You didn't need to change a thing, Pumpkin.
No,
you
you're
won.
right. You're right. They have a list somebody put together, Keanu Reeves' best and worst movies. Do you have one that you think would be his best?
Yes.
Okay, what would you say?
Point Break.
Point Break.
He's not coming back.
Wow, okay. That is a solid one. My list is a lot different than theirs. Point Break, they put at 9.
What?
Yeah.
Let me guess. Matrix is in the top.
Matrix is 1. And I would argue, it's a solid movie. I rewatched that last month. John Wick, I would put right there at number 2. They have that at number 4. And then they got Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure at number 3. And they put My Own Private Idaho at number 2. I'm like, that's okay. That's your artsy pick.
He was in a movie, which is fantastic. Ron Howard directed it, called Parenthood.
That made number 10 on their list. Yeah.
That's an excellent movie.
Okay.
And if you guys have not seen that movie, you guys definitely should watch that movie. It's Steve Martin in it. It's about, raising a family, all the woes that come with it.
Okay.
But of course, at the end, you love it. Oh, I have problems, but it's great.
You had Speed in there at number 5. Another one of his big ones. A couple of the other John Wicks, 2 and 3. So some of the favorites. The worst, they say, was Generation Okay.
I mean, the name even sucks.
Yeah, it does kind of suck. Cool thing, if you want your music, listen to 97.9 WRMF all day long and get some money and cool prizes for it. We've got a free app that we offer, and here's why you need to go and download that free app right now. Register and start listening because you get credit for it and you can get money. Where else does this happen? You get the app, you start listening after you've registered, and you can win $1,000. Would you like $1,000?
Yeah.
It's not going to cost you anything. You download it for free. This week, you could also win tickets to go see The Weeknd when he comes to South Florida next year. South Florida staycation is on the way. Apple AirPods, a smart TV. There's tons of great stuff you're going to get listening to either the KVJ show or WRMF through the free app.
When you do that sound, it sounds like someone's poking the belly of a gremlin, or what does it look like before they turn into the angry mean ones, the mogwai.
Mogwai.
Also, we have the mic drop feature, and we want people to start leaving their column outs and any message that you want for the KVJ show. You got 30 seconds. It comes right to the studio. We can play your voice on the KVJ show. So if you go to the hamburger menu in our app, look for mic drop, and you can leave us a message right there. So download it, start playing with it, start accruing some points and credit, and win some serious cash.
Gosh, I love the term. I love the term hamburger menu.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
I love the term get some credit. Credit
it
for
is.
listening that turns into cash. Yeah.
It's a way to do it. Yeah, definitely a way to do it. All right, Bird, take us to the After the Show podcast coming up here on YouTube and Facebook Live. What you got for us in your thought for the day?
Don't let the concept of change scare you as much as the prospect of remaining unhappy.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.